Hey y'all, cooking, cutting up, keeping it real. I'm back to show y'all my mom's lemon squares. I just got that cake together, if y'all been watching, and I had to perform an operation on the emergency. The top layer fell apart, that's the keeping it real part, and I slapped that stuff together best I could on top and kind of glued it together with the icing. Baby boy won't care, but Lord have mercy. It was like an exorcism and then an operation to fix it. Anyway, a surgical procedure. Lemon squares. Lemon squares were a staple at my house growing up. I think we all loved them, but I think it too because it was very easy. A very easy recipe. And so, anyway, it's in the Granny's Farm to Table, and there was a correction on it, which we put that out and put Janet from Another Planet put that out. So if you have a copy of it, be sure to write that in because it left out the cream cheese. Just saying, it happens. Anyway, okay, so lemon squares. My oven is at 350 degrees, or it's warming up to that, and I'm gonna mix the bottom layer, which requires 1 box of lemon cake mix, 1 egg, and 1 stick of margarine at room temperature. Margarine. So I'm going to put my margarine in, which I've already had at room temperature. Laid that out this morning, knowing I was going to make this. And then I'm going to add my cake mix and my 1 egg. And now my phone is wanting to act up. Anyway, you know what? I got in a hurry. That's how it usually happens with the cake, and tried to take it out too soon. It wasn't cool. Keeping it real, y'all. Don't do it. Don't do it. Let it cool all the way. I knew better. It was a poor decision. What can I say? Okay, 1 box lemon cake mix, 1 stick of margarine at room temperature, and 1 egg. And people ask me all the time about stand-up mixer and you can use a handheld mixer to mix any of these recipes. I just prefer a stand-up mixer. I always have. Kind of frees my hands up to do other things. I'm gonna just crack that right on in there and make sure I don't get a shell in there. And let me just slow down just a little bit because I've already screwed one thing up. And let's see, Diane, I don't know why it's margarine. Probably because margarine kind of holds together a little better when you bake it. Butter tends to spread out, and this is kind of a thick thing. The bottom of it's kind of a chewy layer. So that's my guess of why. Okay, I'm gonna put my batter beater on there. Okay. Let me not throw that all over the place. It's been one of those days in the kitchen. I've just made a mess. I've had to sweep it. I'm glad I wasn't live trying to ice that cake. I mean, How old is your son? Mary, he will be 21. I can't believe it. He will be 21. Okay. Move this to the side. Let me grab my 9 by 13 inch dish, and I like to use this when I'm taking it somewhere because it has a lid. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of cooking spray. And from what I can remember, because it's been a while since I've made these suckers, although I love them, I am going to put this in the bottom of the pan and press it down into the bottom of a 9 by 13 inch pan. Margarine makes it greater, 60%, 60, or y'all have a mess. I don't know what just happened there, but yeah, I think this recipe calls for margarine on this layer because it stays together a little better than butter. It's my guess. Educated guess. Remember, I'm going to keep it simple, stupid. I'm a kissing person. Try to be. Okay. Now, let me get all this first layer in here. Oh, there's a little bit that didn't get mixed in good. Let me mix that in here. You know how that center of the bottom of the bowl sometimes hosts a little dry ingredient? It's okay. It'll be okay. Okay, and this is kind of sticky, so I am actually going to spray my hand. And you can use a glove if you want to. I generally don't, just because I keep my hand pretty clean. Anyway, I'm going to spray my hand. And I'm just going to push this down into the bottom of the pan. These were a staple. My mom sang in the choir for years. And we had, you know, after cantatas and stuff like that, we would have get-togethers where everybody made something and brought something to eat. And these were a staple for her. Okay, this is real sticky. Maybe because it's humid outside. I don't know. Okay, now, well, there we go. No, I'm just really screwing things up today, y'all. Okay, why is that sticking to me so bad? Need a little dab right there to stick without sticking to my fingers and my hands. Okay, this is just not cooperating very well. Let me try with this. There we go. Just so the bottom's covered. Okay, I'm gonna set this to the side and mix up the topping. Give my hands a little wash. Y'all, this is normally not this sticky. I don't know. Maybe somebody's trying to tell me something. I don't have no business in the kitchen today. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna set that to the side. Give my hands a wash. Listen, that's part of keeping it real for sure. Dab your hand in a tad of flour. Oh, I should have done that. You're right. I should have. Okay. Now, I'm going to mix up, and because this is the same recipe, I don't feel the need to wash this bowl out, because I'm going to put the ingredients for the topping right over top of it. So, you know, you can choose to wash it if you'd like. Same recipe. It's going into the same recipe. Okay, for the topping, we're going to put 3 eggs, 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened. Make sure there's no shells. Okay. Put those to the side. Okay. 3 eggs, 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature. I've learned not to bake on a rainy day. Yeah, I know, Cindy. Sometimes it does make a difference, and I'm literally just sitting here thinking, I didn't buy like jumbo eggs, so that wouldn't have made sense for it to be gooey. I don't know. It'll be tasty. I'm just saying. 8 ounces of cream cheese at room temperature. Goes into the topping as well. And 3 teaspoons of lemon extract. Okay. Also, you're going to need a 16-ounce package of powdered sugar. I'm going to go ahead and cut this open before I start mixing this because I'm going to add this in kind of slowly. Slowly so it don't go everywhere. With my luck today, it might go everywhere anyway. Okay. Now, let me grab a clean spatula. Give this a little whirl. Smells great. Okay, I'm going to slowly add in 16 ounces of powdered sugar. Happy New Year to you too. I like anything lemon. Me too, Kathy. I just hope I don't mess this up. And I don't have time to repeat it. Okay. All right, last little bit. Here we go. Oh, somebody said, bye, Mr. Rude. That means somebody's hopped on here and said something ugly. It happens. Love your videos. You remind me of my mom. Yeah, I actually remind myself of my mom sometimes. When I looked up a second ago, my tongue was out. My mom used to do that when she was like scrubbing something, or she would do her tongue. It's amazing how we get these things, isn't it? Anyway. Okay, I'm going to just clean off the sides here because there's some powdered sugar left. And Lord knows I want all the powdered sugar I can get in there. All 16 ounces of it. Okay. Okay, so this mixture goes over the top, and these are going to go into a 350 degree oven for 30 minutes. Depending on how your oven cooks. You're not going to want them to be gooey in the middle. You're going to want them to be done. And it's actually just a tiny bit brown. Okay. And there you have it. My mama's lemon squares. Well, let me get all that gooey stuff in here. And I will post a picture of it underneath this vlog when it comes out of the oven. I even posted a picture of the ugly birthday cake. It'll be tasty. Believe me, it will, because when it fell apart, I ate some of the cake. Anyway. Okay. Lemon squares into the oven. I will show y'all a picture of that when it comes out of the oven. And thanks for tuning in, and I will see y'all in just a little bit. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Bye.